Here's something that they don't teach you in art school, or at least they didn't teach you in my art school: the world of art fairs and the art fair circuit. Keep watching this video, it's going to change your life. When I started doing art fairs, that's when I realized I could start selling my art full time. And this is not something I learned in school. I accidentally kind of happened upon this, and I really wish someone had just told me to get started with this. Back in 2020, when I first started selling my art, I was selling it majority online, but I signed up for a little maker's market at a brewery, right? You go to a brewery, there's a bunch of people with tables selling like little prints and like magnets and blah, blah, blah. I signed up for one of these and I was selling stickers and prints. I had like 20 stickers and maybe 10 different prints in a little bin. I was there for 2 hours and I made $300. And I thought, wow, that is $150 an hour. Why aren't we doing this more? Obviously, it's only a monthly event, so you can't make that much money doing it, but still. I did that for the next 3 months, making like $300 to $500 each month, and I was like, this is pretty great. Are there bigger shows? And then I found out that there are much larger shows. Street festivals, right? Art fair in the park where you set up a whole tent, right? It's a whole thing. And I signed up for this festival called Unglued Craft Fest, which is in Fargo, North Dakota, but they have these literally all over the country. And it was my first big fest. They had a jury, you had to submit images of your work, and then they had like a panel decide who got into it, and I got accepted. So I bought like 2 6-foot tables, a display case, and I brought like a bunch of prints and a bunch of stickers, and I also got some like mugs made. I really didn't know what I was getting into. I also had some tapestries and like some t-shirts, had no idea what I was getting into. In 2 days, I made $5,000, okay? $5,000. And at this time, I was working part-time at a hospital in the call center. Sanford operator, this is Hannah. How can I help you? You want me to transfer you to Dr. Bosch's office? Okay. That's what I was doing. And I was making $400 every 2 weeks. So I made $5,000 in 2 days at this event. The next day I called my boss and I quit my job. And I was like, I'm doing art circuits for the rest of my life. Because what the actual fuck? This is the next 3 months of my salary, the next 3 months of what I would have been making at my part-time job. So I don't need my part-time job. I'm going to focus on this. That summer, I signed up for every single art festival that I could. Every single one. I did like 15 that summer. And by the end of 2021, I had made $100,000 selling art. I went from $20,000 the previous year to $100,000, and $55,000 of that was from in-person art fairs. The rest was online sales. Wild, mind-blowing, changed my life. And those were all like low level, easy to get into art fairs. There are higher level, more difficult to get into art fairs where you can make even more money selling your art. You can establish long-term collectors, you can establish relationships with designers, and you can really get yourself going. But you just have to start somewhere. That's all I'm gonna say about it now, but I'm gonna make like a whole series on this because there's literally so much I could talk about when it comes to this. Let me know in the comments if this is new information to you or information that you've heard of, and like, have you done fairs and have they not gone so well for you? I would love to like break down some of the reasons that this doesn't work for people and like things that you might be doing wrong and ways that you can make it work for you, because there's a lot that goes into art fairs and it changed my life and I want to help it change yours too.